What's going on? What's going on? Brutus here, bringing you a special. There's a lot to cover in this video, so I'll do my best not to keep it lengthy. But there's a few important points I should hit over, and one of those, it's good to point out that a certain milestone for a clan that I founded, AintNobody, hitting their 200th win. So props out, buddy, and also Spartan Clan for sending some guys over who we're friends with to help partake in the 200th win. Also Team WBT and Only the Best, or OTB, but unfortunately there were some war timing issues and we couldn't make it as big as that we wanted to. So without further ado, let's just cut down right into it. And while I talk about some things that are not just only related to AintNobody, we're going to have the last 200th win playing over in the background, just because I want to do my clan a solid and show some of the attacks that they did. So let's start with AintNobody. It's a clan that started. We didn't just hit play. It's a clan that was founded in February 27th, 2015, I believe. So it's just about a year and a half old. Fast forward, as I identify myself, is my main account. It's a Town Hall 10 that I made a lot of mistakes on, and I've learned from those mistakes and wanted to get into the war scene. And in order to do that, we needed numbers when we first started the clan, and we grew it from global of all things. ESQ, one of the co-leaders here, was one of the first 8 people to start the clan. So I'm really happy that he stuck with us all the way through, and he's an excellent clanmate. But in order to, and a co-leader, in order to get into the war scene, we needed 10 people. So that's how I formed Kagan's Beauty. Truth be known, it's actually my wife's account, or at least her email address, but she has never dropped a single barbarian. I have wrestled her to the ground, trying to force her finger to hit a barbarian to attack, and she won't do it. She's really strong. So, my name is Kagan. I am not the beauty. So I also have a traveling mini account called FYO Couch. It's a Town Hall 8, and so my main Brutus stays here, doing wars this way, keeping a lot of details out of the way. I sought after higher competition. I got tired of internet bases like one that we're looking at here. So I did apply to One Hive Genesis before the changes happened that we've all experienced with the family of One Hive. And then I almost went in, but I was a Town Hall 8.5 at the time with Kagan's Beauty, and the timing wasn't there. It was a long wait of 4 weeks, and in order to get in there, and by the time I got there, most of the people that I would have been considered with would have been brand new 9. So long story short, I sought out another high competition serious war clan, and that's how I went to, of all things, Jake's hitchhiker video. And you can go back. It's the first ever dual hitchhiker video that he did on One Hive raids between Ballerwood as well versus Team WBT with Conti and Abe Ortiz and D Salas through there. So that's how I hit them up, and I applied, and I didn't even have 10 heroes at the time. And talking to one of the co-leaders at the time, they were like, well, go ahead, let's. Just so you know, if you don't keep your stats up, we're going to have to part ways. And I'm like, I like where that's at. So I became affiliated with Team WBT, who's an excellent, serious war clan. And I really credit my partnership with them to hone my skills. I would not be the player that I am today if I didn't have the experience of being a part of Team WBT. I feel like they enabled me to be where I'm at today in as far as the game's concerned. So we have a partnership. Long story short, AintNobody is a sister clan to Team WBT, and I highly recommend either clan if you're interested in something like that. At the pseudo mid-level to high elite clan, Team WBT is definitely a great place to be, and that's why you'll see some of the warrior caps on brutal raids. So why I started brutal raids is there's only so much things that you can do to explain an attack strategy or give someone advice or something like that. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words, and well, that's what the video's for. That's the reason for it. I really enjoy helping others be successful, and I really am passionate about the game. I still enjoy it. I follow a lot of the things here, and I take war seriously. So I also like to make people have joy in their lives. So that's why you might see some comical videos on there. It's just a little bit about my personality. So I fast forward through a few more things here. I almost quit the game, and I really what's the word? Credit Sarah, or the co-leader here with AintNobody, and she has a few other accounts. But I credit her for not letting me quit. She's like, you're not allowed to quit. You just need to be a weekend warrior, you know. And you know, ESQ and Mr. Coffee and Sarah, they really run the clan. It's not mine. So she wouldn't let me quit, and I decided to just, you know, we'll see what happens. I lost interest a little bit, and then I just had a rekindling. Like, I really enjoyed it. And I wanted to see if I could be good enough to apply for One Hive. I've always wanted to be a part of One Hive. They just seemed like a good place to be. So on a whim, I decided to send KB there and applied. It was well before Jake's video, well before. On a whim, I feel like I got lucky and right timing, and small world. I applied at the same time someone that I used to war with at Team WBT, Cruz and Fusion, who you've seen on the Poetic Darkness war recap that Jake did. It was actually a small world. I couldn't believe we were applying at the same time. So fast forward a few more, you know, I made it into One Hive Prime, and so did Cruz, and it was real fun for that. It was like my brother from another mother that we get to play with someone. You know, it's a small world in the COC community, I feel. So we made it in there, and I'm a soldier. Long story short, I just want to make it very clear: Brutal Raids is not a replacement for One Hive Raids. It is mere coincidental. I wish Jake didn't put that video out there as well, but I respect him. But the timing of Jake's video and then me putting up some One Hive Prime recaps looked suspect, and I just wanted to clear the air, and that was one of the main points here with this video. I'm not Jake's replacement. I never will be. Jake is Jake. One Hive Raids is One Hive Raids. Brutal Raids is just I wanted to document my journey to the family, my journey to the Hive. And I also wanted to help as many people as I could along the way by being able to talk through why I look for things that I do, and you know, very similar to how Jake's video. And so I am not leadership of One Hive at all. I am a soldier. That's it. So I just wanted to make that clear, and I wanted to explain why you'll see some One Hive recaps on here, as well as AintNobody and Team WBT. In a way, it's kind of a mixed bag. You can see the high-end of the spectrum for elite war clans, One Hive, and then the ones that are right there nipping at the heels as well. If not, in my opinion, can definitely take swings with the same level of competition of Team WBT. I'll come back to that statement in just a second to back it up. And then those that are AintNobody, we like to teach. You'll see people that are brand new to the 3-star strategy coming in, knocking on our door. And you know, some we have to part ways with the learning curve like any other clan, and some stay. Mr. Coffee is a co-leader with AintNobody. That was the result of a failed merge, and he just decided to stay because he liked the way we did things. It's a small world. So going back to Team WBT, that clan has beaten Code Sept. Like, they matched randomly Code Sept and beaten them and lost by 1 star on the rematch. They've beaten Greco, which is a feeder clan to Greco Warrior, and I've been a part of these wars. Town Hall 9 Spirit, which is a all Town Hall 9, as it may suggest, clan from, I believe it was Japan or China, but they specialize in Town Hall 9s, and that was an epic war. WHF 2, we lost that war by 2. They have partnerships with #Halo, which was beat Silver Warrior, which was the feeder for Crystal Warrior back in the day. I mean, there's really great attackers at Team WBT, and I really appreciate the experience that I had and exposure I had with them. So yeah, that's it. My name is Kagan. I identify myself as Brutus because that's the in-game name or username that I've had ever since I started getting into gaming, and I'm actually an ex-professional graffiti artist, so Brutus is my tag name, believe it or not. Yeah, so that's it. What you can expect from the channel moving forward is war recaps. I'll give some humble advice of how I scout bases and attack them when I'm in the Hive and things like that, as well as war recaps from AintNobody and Team WBT. My traveling mini goes back and forth, and you will still see a little bit more of Clash Achievery. I really get a kick out of those videos. They make me laugh. But yeah, that's what you expect. I am really new to streaming and things like that. I'm not opposed to it. I really like some of the things that Jake introduced and kept into the game, such as live attacks and the Twidless sessions. And for me, I'm open to all those ideas and concepts, and I hope to get into some of those things and push some of that content out there, because there's some great stuff out there that not only help me and the clans that I'm a part of, but will help you as well. Yeah, so that's it. Hi, my name is Kagan, and I'm just a soldier. That's the message I want to leave you guys with. And so for the last few raids that we'll see here, as we see Sarah cleaning up, is we'll just talk through some of the raids here that we have going on, with some Hogo going on. Nothing but cleanup. We'll fast forward through this. All right, and let's get just a few more raids in here. You know what? I don't mind showing you my Town Hall 8. It's been a, we see a lot of Town Hall 9 action on here, and man, I don't have level 4 hogs yet with my Town Hall 8, and I am just like desperately looking for them. Like, I am farming up the yin yang things. So I'm really limited, either massive Alks or weak Vaho. I only have level 2 hogs, but very common internet base that you see. Max Town Hall 8 defense, with the exception of the BK. And what I'm going to do here is going back to the video that influenced me the most from Jake, the one that got me started to even look at videos, the Dragloon video, the infamous Dragloon video. A little bit of a twist, right? You got that Zapquake going down that Power Bang was throwing out. But on this one, the funnel is that army camp on the left side. If I can break that, that'll push most of my dragons towards the core. Same thing with down here. I'm going to use my Barbarian King to start the other side of this funnel. And I lean them towards a way that I know that as they bring down the structure, the next nearest one is inward. So that'll create a natural funnel. And then there's a hole in the base right there. And that's where I'm going to, I drop my loons here to get these 2 air defenses, but I dropped it too early. I saw that my dragons were being targeted by these air defenses, so I wanted to take down the air defenses right away. I was going to, rather than raging them through, I want to heal them to keep them sustained as they take a lot of hits through this. But I had rather than using a rage, which is to make sure that you get down the air defenses really quick, I brought a haste rather than a poison. I figured if I'm a wad of my dragons and loons in that section, that the breast or damage that it takes from the dragon can be mitigated with the heal. But the reason that people throw down that rage is to quickly take down, for the loons to quickly take down the defenses. I figured the haste, now that we can have that in the CC, solves for that, and I bring my own earthquake. So it really worked out well for me. We just fast forward here because they just 2 dragons up at the end. I really hope to show some more. Again, a mixed bag. I can't, since I get level 4 hogs, boy, I'm going to be wrecking some Town Hall 8 versus Town Hall 9 action, I'll tell you that. So I'm looking forward to showing some wide variety of content from Town Hall 11 all the way down to Town Hall 8. And nothing but cleanup here. Alright, so coming back. There was a few people that joined us. The goal for this war, yep, Kev, we'll go ahead and show you. The goal for this war was to just make it as big as possible. I've done a few arranged wars, and I'm just not as successful as some of the other guys doing it who are pros at it. But I just, as we have a double zap quake dragon attack here, very clever by Kev. But rather than putting all the work and risking of missing the match for the arranged war, I just figured, given the large learning curve of the roster, I felt that everybody would benefit from just seeing all these different strategies, different viewpoints about how they view the game and stuff like that. I felt that a giant war would benefit them more that way than an arranged war that missed. So we were aiming for 50. We didn't quite get due to timing issues with other clans, but that's that's just the way it is, and those other clans come first, right? So as he gets a baby drag here anchored to the side and sacrifices his own baby drag, but I wouldn't have dropped the dragons right there with it, because we both know that if you put anything flying next to the baby drag, you miss out on that very important rage factor that really does work. So if he was going to do what he did there, he should have just dropped the main dragon, and that would have won that battle. But that's right. He sends just a few hogs here to help take out the only thing left that really threatens the dragons, which is the air defense. And then he's got the AQ, but with them, if the AQ, a level 4 AQ going up against a dragon, the dragon's going to win in just about 2 seconds on that. They're not going to do much there. So he's got nothing but a but a sea of dragons coming. He is fighting the sweeper. I didn't quite catch the layout of this. I think I might have. Yeah, I like the approach that he did, because that queen would have. I don't know. I guess I'd have to look and inspect the base a little bit more. But you know, fighting the sweeper just a little bit. The bowls are set to ground, so he didn't have to worry about that. And they're gonna just overpower the base at that 3. So we'll go to ×2 here, as there's only a low-level defense. Thank you, Pinoy Hunters. Sorry you guys had to join us in a way, or be a part of the 200th win from the opposing clan side. Great war to you guys, though. Sorry the numbers were kind of stacked against you. It wasn't a fair matchup to their defense. So, well, that's it. I was really wanted to put this video out to clarify some things. I didn't want anybody to get the wrong impression, and I also wanted to explain what you can expect from the channel moving forward. Once again, it's Brutus reminding you, you got to be better than a double, and I'll check you next time.